Okay, you guys, welcome to Reader's Workshop. Yesterday, I used this anchor chart to help you remember we're going to be reading an informational text today. That means we are reading to learn. We are going to read to find out information. And what we're really going to do in this text is we're going to use the words and the pictures to help us understand the topic that we're reading about. So yesterday we did it with the launch page. Today we're going to do this same activity with the story of the week. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to read through the story first, and then we'll go back in the story and talk about what we learned from the words and the pictures. Okay, so this story is called Signs of Winter, written by Colleen Dolphin. Seasons. There are 4 seasons during the year. They are called spring, summer, autumn, and winter. The weather, plants, animals, and daylight hours change during each season. Winter. During the year, Earth travels around the sun. This brings some parts of Earth closer to the sun. Other parts of Earth get farther from the sun. Winter happens in the parts farthest from the sun. And if you look by the picture, it describes some of our words. Seasons are the 4 periods of a year. Weather, what it is like outside, determined by conditions such as rain, sunshine, clouds, and wind. Daylight, the light during the day. Did you know in France it is winter in December, and in New Zealand it is winter in July? Interesting. In the winter, there are many clouds in the sky. Instead of raining, it snows. Vanessa and Tom are building a snowman. They start by making a huge snowball. There is very little daylight in winter. It gets dark out early in the evening. In winter, many trees are bare. Their branches don't have any leaves. And here we have the definition of temperature, how hot or cold something is. Did you know that pine and fir trees have needles? The needles stay on the trees during winter. The temperature can get very cold during the winter. People need to wear extra clothes to keep warm. James is making a snow angel. His coat and snow pants keep him from getting cold. The temperature is cold for animals too. Some move to warmer places for the winter. Animals that have a lot of fur stay during the winter. Their fur keeps them warm. Did you know an American bison's coat grows extra long and thick in the winter? It is hard for animals to find food in the winter. In autumn, beavers collect extra sticks and logs. They keep them in the water near their lodges. They eat the bark during the winter. Did you know winter comes after autumn and before spring? Do you do in the winter? And here we have the glossary, which tells us the meaning of words. The first word is change, to be altered or become different. Collect, to pick up or gather things from different places. Needle, a thin, pointy leaf on a pine or fir tree. Sled, a wooden or plastic vehicle that you sit on to ride down a snowy hill. Doing this is called sledding. And temperature, a measure of how hot or cold something is. Okay, let's go back in the story and discuss some of these pictures and words to see what we learned. So if we're looking at, I'm going to put a picture up on the screen here. And I want you to look at this picture. In this picture, I see 2 boys. Looks like they're rolling a big snowball, which to me tells me that they're probably building a snowman. And I see a lot of snow falling from the sky. So on my paper, that's what I wrote. 2 boys building a snowman, and snow is falling from the sky. They're playing in the snow. Let's go ahead and look at what the words said on this page. because it said something interesting to me. The word said that instead of raining, it snows. So in the winter, instead of having rainy days, we have snowy days. So using that picture and those words, I'm going to put it together, and that tells me what I learned is that the cold temperatures in the winter turn the rain into snow. That's what I learned, that because the temperatures are cold, the rain turns into snow. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at another one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and look at this picture. If you look at this picture, I see this little boy. He is making a snow angel in the snow, but it looks like he also has on hat, gloves, snow pants, and a winter coat. So it does look like he's having fun, but I did notice the kinds of clothes that he was wearing. A boy making a snow angel. He's wearing snow pants, hat, gloves, and a winter coat. Now, using that picture and reading the words tell me that the temperatures get very cold in winter and people need to wear extra clothes to keep warm. We know all about that because we have some pretty cold winters here in Indiana. So using that picture and seeing what the boy was wearing and reading the words, that tells me that people need to change how they dress in order to survive the winter, right? Because if he was making a snow angel in shorts and a tank top or his bathing suit, he would get frostbite, he would get sick. So people, in order to survive the winter, need to change the way that they dress, right? And that's why we have winter coats and pants and hats and gloves, so we can wear those things to survive our cold winters. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, we're going to go ahead and look at this last picture. In this last picture, I see a cute little beaver, and he is swimming in the water, and it looks like he has a stick in his mouth. And I'm noticing in my picture that the water is not frozen, okay? It looks like the water is a little bit warmer, so automatically my thinking voice is thinking, this must not be in the winter, right? Because if it were in the winter, the water would be frozen, but it's not. So, a beaver swimming in water with a stick in his mouth. And so at first, my thinking voice was saying, oh yeah, I wonder if that's because they're building their homes. But really, what I learned here is that they collect all these sticks so they can eat the bark off the sticks during the winter. So what that told me, with the picture and the words, what I learned then is that beavers must have to start preparing for winter in the fall, because it probably takes them a while to collect enough sticks and logs to last them for food for the whole winter. And also, you can't swim in frozen water, so they probably have to prepare for their winters. When the water isn't frozen, they can swim around and find sticks and logs, and then they have time to collect enough so that they have enough to eat throughout the winter. So that's what I learned. Beavers have to start preparing for winter in the fall. Okay, so now that you watched me do this process, what you are going to do in Seesaw, I don't know if I'm going to reread the story to you or not. I'm going to put up one of the pictures and words of the story, and you're going to do this with just one of the pictures and words in the story. You're going to write down what the picture is showing you, what the words are telling you, and then what you learned from using the pictures and the words. All right, bye guys. Thanks for watching.